Hello and welcome back to HoI4 with Deluge and our Dutch campaign, where we are gonna be the beacon of democracy. I have no clue how we're gonna do this. It's gonna be painful, that's all I know. Jesus, I actually have no clue, right? Because what are we gonna do? We have very little manpower. We're already running on 2.5% of our population, and we have, well, literally nothing. I think integrating the Dutch East Indies might help some, but we technically will never be the state owner. So I would also could do start recruiting out of them. I think that's actually what we need to start doing, is to get the Dutch East Indies, and so they've got these industry, these divisions. I wish I could change them slightly. Is it possible to use one of your own templates and tell which troops need to be used? Like which manpower pool? No? Oh crap. Why can I not just recruit them out of there? Anyway, fun times and all, but I have literally no clue how we're gonna do this. Like, seriously, how am I supposed to be the beacon of democracy in this current game? They would not accept. Well, they might be. 2 points. That probably equals on the 50 point there. Well, tension is high enough. Swedish is the war. Protective, opinion. We'll probably get 2 more points out of opinions. Yeah, we're gonna be stuck on that one. So only when they're at war, they will probably accept the faction, but that will probably be picked up by somebody else. There's Deseret entry, and the Turkish gains claims on the Caucasus, and we're just sitting here watching the world burn, and I cannot do anything. I can start at least supporting somebody. So we're at least gonna fight the ultra-nationalist front. I think that's a great way to start, and then we'll play a little bit more political game with that. Let's see. Air experience gain. Close air sports always seems my big favorite here. Well, having 10% more national unity seems like a good one. So I'll take that one. Thank you. And I need 1 more oil. Well, I think that's fine. I don't really need that 1 more oil. But yeah, I don't know if I want to integrate the Dutch East Indies. I don't know how much manpower pool they've got available, but it's probably a lot more than I ever have. Yeah, look at that, 47 million. Yeah, I'm probably going to start recruiting outside of, out of their pool. So Dutch East Indies, copy, edit. Oh, I can edit it. Oh, that's pretty brutal. That's awesome. So at least fix the spacing, because otherwise I will go nuts. I don't know why that is, but it's just, you know, might have been OCD. So we'll train some of these doodads, and probably dudes, because I don't think we've got universal suffrage. 4 times 6. Can I deploy them in the Netherlands? Or is that impossible? So they need to be... Yeah, okay, so they need to be deployed on the main island. But they will set up here, that's fine. Actually, I kind of forgot that I have a fleet here, an escadre. And... well, you've got the submarine advantage, I guess. You will have this dude. Right. I probably should invest in my own fleet here, but to be honest... It's weird, you know, the Dutch were, you know, one of the leading naval nations in the world, but kind of lost that position eventually. I don't think it's a bad thing, per se. I think we quickly realized that there was no need to hold a navy, because we controlled trade. But yeah, we had our golden age and we went into decline, like so many other nations did. I think it's a common theme for a lot of nations that, you know, we used to be on top of the world, but look at us now. There hasn't been a single nation that has always been at the top. You know, Europe might have been the leading part of the world for a long time, but I don't know. We used to be a lot bigger, so to speak. You know, we owned half of the world. Africa was entirely owned by, except for of course Ethiopia, had been owned by the Europeans. I don't know. A lot happened. A lot happened indeed. Alright, so we got our logistics companies ready, and I kind of would like some anti-air guns. Alright, sorry. Just need to wait for these divisions to be to come online. And yeah, I guess recruiting out of their manpower pool is the best thing we can do. Ottoman Empire declared war on the Russian Empire. Really? Okay, sure. You know, that makes totally not any sense at all. Let's see, how are we looking on the democracy front here? Are we able to push it further in? So it's... Nah, it's gonna get stuck there. So, well, let's stop boosting the popularity. I think boosting popularity in this mod is nearly impossible. Like, monarchist drift, monarchist drift. Monarchist drift, alright, what do you have? Monarchist drift. Ultranationalist, 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 and ultranationalist. So yeah, you know, there's no Tibet entered. I guess we need to do this by force. Somehow. Like, seriously, how the hell am I supposed to do that? I can barely build any factories. Why am I doing that right there? So let's start with, you know, my own bit a little bit further. There we go. Actually, get that built first, because that will increase the speed at which we build the rest of it. Same for all of this, you know. National unity plus 10%, that's pretty good. Dutch East Indies, get these islands also in there. I kind of want them to dip a little bit further in the subject list. Do I want to annex them? That's not really... This would become... They would become mine. It cost me 50... I can't annex them. Okay, that's fine. Because I don't want to anyway. Well, this is gonna democratic drift. So this is something we definitely need to take. A little drift events and... State terror, which grants... Nah, we could do this. Need more than 60 factories. This is not really anything I have any desire or need for. Well, I get some naval factories, so that might actually help with the stuff. But for now, I'll just do that. Get our democracy secured. It seems like, you know, we're only at 50%. We've got a lot of radical coming in, so we can lower the autonomy of a subject. So we could technically just integrate them right now, but that's not something I have any desire for. I want their forces, and this is the better way to get them. They don't have any... Do they have actually any troops on their own? Yeah, 7. Yeah, well. Think... Oh, that's the first... mechanized, or motorized actually, that come in. Alright, Teutonic Reich has capitulated. Well, well, well. But there is no nationalist war. That's the kind of problem. We've got a lot of monarchists going on in the world. A few Democrats. but not that many. It seems like the Chinese might be... Yeah, the Chinese used to be the Democrats of the world. Wow, well, they're leading democratic faction. You know what this guy reminds me of? Have you ever seen Stargate SG-1? Daniel. This kind of is like a Chinese version of that. I don't know why. That guy reminds me of it. Okay, so we've got our first... We've got to definitely put these guys in new theater. This will be the Pacific Theater. Not to be specific about anything. I think this was theoretically called... in reality it was called the CNIL. The... Ah, right, yeah, this is for... okay, the Koninklijk Nederlands Indonesisch Leger, I think, which stands for Royal Dutch Indonesia Army, which is the abbreviation KNIL. You know what? Let's be... Let's be true here. Ah, well, whatever. Weren't there was some controversy about there's a lot of controversy about colonial periods. I think unnecessary. Up to a certain point, it's become slightly ridiculous, I think. That might be a bit of a controversial point, but I, honest to God, believe that certain people will always complain about certain things. For example, colonials, people that were under colonial rule, and I think there's blame on the both sides. But you know, they were like, get out as quickly as you can, and the countries were like, okay, we're out, and then they started complaining, well, you left with everything. It's like, yeah, we just picked up our bags and left. That's what you want, right? So it kind of is like a mixed bag, and I think it's just common human nature, to be honest. Humans tend to complain about everything. I think that's just gonna be a given. Right, I need two of you to be not in the... you know... I think that is the golden rule of being human. You complain. But it's like a lot of that stuff. I'm not gonna open that can of worms, actually. I have my opinions, and I should keep them as my opinions, and I'll spout them around. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna send some forces towards the French and see if we can... wow, that's a big surprise that the Ottomans failed. Oh wow, Greece just took them all. Okay, so Greek, are you? You're in the Central Powers. Alright, well... Wait, aren't you a democracy? You're gonna be the Byzantine Empire. At least that's your... attempt. Okay, French volunteers. Wow, you arrived in a very peculiar spot. So what's the border we got here? Alright, that's fine. Wait, you're also at war with the Russian bloc? Over what? Right, China. No? What's going on here? What kind of war is that? Current wars. Let's see. So this is the one that we're gonna assist in, I think. So for that to happen, who needs to die? I cannot take a look at this war. There we go. So it's just the Austrian Empire that needs to fail, and then... Alright, so we're gonna focus on that, I guess. So, yeah, let's get involved in the war. Dutch troops to the rescue! Boop! Okay. Seize that. Just drive around. This might not be the smartest thing I've ever done, but... You know, if I need to get to somebody to surrender, alright. Because I think my forces are considered kinda shit. You know, it's kind of to be expected. I think my motorized are fairly crap. Yeah, they are. Big surprise there. I was hoping that I would fill this up this one up actually. Kinda needs you to leave. When do you leave? Do we know this? 10 hours? Okay. You can fall back. Okay, we got that one. Policing by consent and independent judiciary. Secure our democracy drift here. Let's see, we did kind of open up a bit of a front line here, but I was kind of hoping that the AI would, you know, jump in the hole and kind of assist us here in keep maintaining this one. Doesn't really look like it. I guess the downside that we got here. We don't have enough forces to really just bully our way through here. I'm so surprised these guys are actually in this war on the side of the arc, because they are ultra-nationalist. How do you install democracy in the entire world when you don't have the forces to do so? Well, I think that's got to be the big question that we somehow need to find an answer to. Right, I would like some support and field hospital, because this has got to be important. We're missing equipment production, anti-air guns. That's correct. So, there we go. I'm a low manpower. You know, that's to be expected. Okay, so let's see. Can we just open up this bit a bit more? I think it's got to be these smaller attacks that need to be done, and I don't think my motorized is actually the forces that should really be fighting here. Oh, come on, I had more hopes than this. My motorized just got rather garbage though. Might want to increase their size at some point, as well as the support equipment. But at least we're getting some actual experience here, besides, you know... Okay, you immediately retreated after that attack, so we still got the ground here. Alright. Guy with no... And he's getting supported immediately, so... There's so much open space that we could just exploit, but it kind of sucks that the AI is not really into it just yet. Okay, got some research coming up. Interesting question. I don't need any of that, but I do need that. I actually was looking for something different here, but a lot of movement along the borders, and yeah, well, we've so far managed to actually take in 4 provinces. Okay, no, never mind. Just waiting for them to leave again, I guess. And when they're gone, I'm just gonna be a bit of an opportunist here and just take whenever I can take something, and just hope that the AI will fill up the hole, you know, and try to get something done. Now, what I want to do actually is take a quick look here. Does this give me tanks and armor variants? Is my motorized, is that an armored variant, or do I need to wait for mechanized? As well as, let's see. So I'm gonna keep doing this one. The spare firepower doctrine is kind of just because we have no population. This is just for mechanized, so yeah, I guess I'm gonna go for a mechanized army, which requires a lot of industry, I know, but or a bit of a mechanized army. I want at least partial mechanization. Mobile defense. We'll go for integrated support because it's a lot cheaper, and since we have a lack of industry to do it otherwise. Alright, so opportunity arises, and just extend this a little bit. So there's nobody in Prague, so let's just drive into Prague. Okay. Please support here. Can somebody? Doesn't really look like they're willing to support. Okay, so you just pick that one up. I don't care for that fight anymore. I don't want to see if I can keep Prague defended here. Don't know. So if we want to kill Austria, people, you might want to support me in this one. Polish Empire. Like, it's just, you know, Prague gives us how many victory points? Or them? 30. Come on, this is a worthwhile attack. This is the same as taking Vienna. And then there's just Brno we need to get, and Linz. But I would like some more defense here, gents. It's like the eternal shuffle is what we're looking at again. Oh well. We are so far defending, which is kind of glorious. We're not taking that much experience in here though, sadly enough. Because I would like to at least start adding some support here. Right, deployment troops, you should be put in the Pacific. Because I think that this war could be won fairly easily if we exploit it at the correct point here. But it seems like there's a lot of shuffling going on that shouldn't be necessary. Whose forces are this? Roman Empire, French Empire. I thought French Empire was considered friendly. Is that 2 Frances? No, there's only 1 France. Oh, come on, you're not gonna collapse this because you put nobody in charge here. Wish you could control a lot more bigger here, but this is all I can send for now. I definitely don't want to join this war in fullest, because I will be against it, but I think Royalists have a better... Royalists can be living in a democracy, ultranationalists tend not to, so, you know, that's my logic here. This is completely open, by the way, that is just horrendous to look at. Okay, so let's just start with... I don't know. Do we have the equipment for this? Yes, save it. Alright, and... resupply, please, at some point. Alright, okay, so you did get your resupply. That's nice. So at least they can be digging in here in Prague. Hopefully this line will stabilize a little bit further. Look at that, there's just an entire open hole here. When do you arrive? 17 hours. When do I arrive? 13 hours, so I can actually just sneak in by here. Get immediately attacked though, of course, but... see, that's... If I had a larger army, this is just in a pocket that I would exploit quite a lot. Like, look, there's just a straight route here to Brno. Just gotta retreat there, because I don't think it's worth it. Okay, so that... I'm not gonna try to do any attacks, I just wanna... Revised politics rather than Kingdom of Westphalia has been held several months now for the Poles. Westphalian propaganda denies Napoleon's seizure of Prussia. Poznan and Silesia are legitimately a legal act of turn. Westphalian army is believed to be fully mobilized to press the claim by force. Wait, so you just kind of claimed Poland? Even though you're in a faction technically with... yeah. With France. No, that's smart. I'm afraid if I... just bailed on this one, that it just collapses immediately. I don't know why they're not properly supporting this. Look at that, that's just open. Come on, man. Oh my... This is painful to watch. Just the AI fumbling about. Okay, I'm gonna retreat these forces because I don't think they are... crap, I can't do that. That's right. They're stuck here. Look at this. This is all the progress that I've managed to make. Because I don't know what the f they're doing. but it's not pretty. Definitely not pretty. And I think we can collapse Austria fairly easy. Yeah, just need to get the Austrian Empire out of here. Just retreat if you're not getting any support. It's not that there's... I don't think it's not a problem of that there's not enough forces. Definitely not the case. I think it's just the problem that they're crap. I mean, the AI. Oh, I can't wait till that new patch. Oh, Oak is gonna be fucking glorious. Tanks and armor variants. Well, that's not really our cup of tea just yet. Motorized and mechanized. That's actually pretty good. What I've so far announced of Oak is gonna be great. A lot of these things I've been complaining about for, like, I think the past couple of months are actually fixed in Oak. Oh, please stay. What happens if I leave as well? Oh, you're not staying. Come on. I'm surprised that neither, you know, Austria is also not capitalizing on this. Autistic screaming aside, Jesus! Look at that! I just have full direct roads here, come on. I just need somebody to hold Prague. There you go. The Roman Empire. You're gonna hold them. Are you gonna hold Prague for me, buddy? You're doing more, you're attacking. Oh my god. The AI is on the attack. It's impossible. I seriously don't hope that thing... What? Brat? What the fuck? This is an overvalwagen. How do you translate this? It's like... it depends. We use this word overfall for two things. For either a robbery or to kind of... how do you translate it? We use this word for a lot of stuff, actually. It means to kind of go so fast that somebody has no time to react. It doesn't really matter what it is. You can be in a conversation where you just are like, just spurred out of nowhere with your parents that, you know, your girlfriend's pregnant. Cause that what you just did, your parents were like, what the hell? Just where did that come from? That's the same term we use for a robbery in Dutch. Just don't ask too many questions. We have a weird language. But, stick with the point here. That is a weird term for a wagon. It suggests that the wagon is so quick that the enemy cannot react properly. Which kind of, you know, makes sense for an armored car. Okay, so... Can somebody please help me holding Prague? That would be lovely. Can I send more volunteers? I could just send volunteers to somebody else and that would technically be in the same war. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. As I'm not building it like this anyway, so half of them go here, then we'll send volunteers, send these two. They will actually not have a commander, but I don't think that's the biggest problem that we're having. So, any other big players in this war? Yeah, Rome. No, not just to fight a war. Jesus. You will not accept volunteers. Really? They refuse to volunteers. Well, bastards. Bastards. Send Lend-Lease? Nope. Go. Send volunteers. Gonna listen to one. Eesh. Alright, good. We managed to defend that. Socialist Republic of Quebec capitulated. Alright, well, that's not a big surprise here. I just want to see how long it takes for them to take that back. Because nobody's standing here. It's just like, oh no, that forest is controlled by them. We're not gonna get ourselves involved in that in any way or manner. Let's see, the 28th of August. That's in a couple more days before we get our next troops. Now, they're technically not French volunteers, but they will be considered Westphalian volunteers. I like how they're volunteers. Quotation mark. Okay, you're gonna retreat there. They're gonna sit there with that attack. Okay, so they're now fully backing on Prague. Come on. Defending? Somebody help, please? Hello. Can I just... No. I can't. Alright, but I will treat them as a singular army anyway, so... It doesn't really seem that there is a incentive by the AI to properly push. I think that's the biggest problem we're having right now. Like, this province is usually undefended, which I find highly insulting. I don't know what to do here. I would like to say that I do, but I don't. Like, there's such a big hole here that it's kind of criminal that it's not getting exploited. Because I think I can get a straight drive towards Brno. Alright, an almost straight drive. The fact that my forces, but there seems to be also an equipment issue on the on this side. Okay, so we're just gonna leave you there because you're retreating. Apparently you're going somewhere. Let's just make this hole a little bit bigger. You're going to Brno, okay. I'm just gonna keep him there. I'm just gonna make this hole a bit bigger. Hopefully that will incentivize the AI to just move in a little bit further. Instead of just standing where they are right now. I'm kind of hoping that by this... So apparently they don't like the pocket. You know, Philippines has capitulated to whom? Actually, that's an interesting question. Japan. Oh, wow, Japan, you're doing pretty well. You are ultra-nationalist as usual. I have no clue, honest to God, how I am actually ever gonna enforce a democracy in this world. What I do know is that we live in special times. And I'm just taking land here. Hopefully, actually, this might be enough. Let's take a look at this war. Oh yeah, I think if we take Vienna, it's over. Okay, can't take Vienna. Oh, I might be able to take Vienna, because he's leaving. Okay, no. Okay, a lot of forces are now moving through here. Oh, poop. Okay, you're taking that back? Good. Okay, so we are successfully defending this. You are moving out of Vienna? Okay. When do you leave? 2 days, couple hours. If it's undefended... Nah, forces are moving through there. Okay, now it's undefended. There we go. Took me 4 trucks. 4 miniature motorized divisions. It's not even the fact that they were powerful divisions. The reason this worked is purely on the fact that they're fast. And I managed to manipulate myself into favorable positions. This war's done. There is no major left in it, so... yeah, cleanup time on, you know, cleanup on HoI4. This is kind of where we're at right now. So... Is this war ending now? Doesn't really seem like it just yet, but... Yeah, there's a peace conference. Just needed to... Peace conference of Athens. Westphalia took 8 states. Roman Empire took 5 states, Ottomans took 1 state, the Principality of Greece was puppeted, Romania was puppeted, Poland was puppeted, Prussia was puppeted, Austria was puppeted, the Czech state was puppeted, the Grazloy, a lot of puppets here. It seems like the... oh god, I might have just made like one superpower here. Do I feel fucked right now? Crap. Wow, this is bad. I had hoped that this peace deal would not be, well, this. Am I still sending volunteers? Wait, are you right? You're still at war with Russia. So I need to fight against Russia now? Oh, good God. Well... Look, we were a great help in fucking this up, so... You must be under rule of France. Right, yeah, France took all the puppets that it could get. So Westphalia was unable to reclaim all of its territory. Kind of sucks for them. Yeah, okay. Anyway, with that, I'm actually gonna end the video. I want to thank you guys for watching and see you guys next time. Bye-bye.